Hey, how's everyone doing today? Welcome to another beautiful day. Today is the last day of the month of March. Hope you guys had a great March. This March was a new beginning as we started the new series, the trading grind, which I'll be posting almost every day. I post all my work on trading and try to be consistent in my own ways and build a proven system that can really profitable. I'm not focusing on the profits, even though I'm still on not fully live right now. To posting the progress on how I got to the position I hope to get to one day. And it takes dedication, it just takes dedication that most people might not be. I know I don't put in all the work, but try my best as possible to always manage my health. Because I've heard a lot of people say that they do it almost every day, 8 hours always stay in front of the screen, 8 hours, then suddenly they're in the hospital for something something you wouldn't expect, like high blood pressure, like they might just pass out after doing it. So I always try to balance it out, always put more effort than whenever I'm working. That's enough being said right now. So let's just get into the charts. Today's a beautiful day to trade. It's the beginning of the week. So actually, I have a confession to make. I actually traded the gap. I was meant to live stream that, but I want to add it into the trade recap today. So I actually traded the gap. So let me show you guys the gap before we go into our daily analysis. Just gonna go on the 15-minute. Let's see what we can find in 15. So this was the day work. So this was what caught my attention. To be honest with you, this gap. Okay, let's do the 5-minute. Yes, I'm trying the 5-minute. So I said I was gonna wait. Like on Sunday, I was just gonna come at market open, see if there was a gap and we needed to fill it. So I came on Sunday, I was just like, okay, we have a gap. I looked at the spread, it was at 15. I was like, wow. And this is Pepperstone. They have one of the least spreads, least widest spread for commission, and that's really good. So if it was 15, that means others might be 25. This is crazy, especially for a 1 point price pair. So we draw a rectangle around the gap where price did enter. So pricing, I know. So once there's a gap, you always know they're gonna fill it. I checked other pairs to see whether they'll fill it. I checked the USD Swiss franc, they filled it. I checked the USD yen, that didn't fill it right. It went all the way down. I want to show you guys that really quickly. So we have the USD yen. Alright, so this is the USD yen. As you guys can see right here, we had the gap that I draw over here. Price didn't. He also even made another gap. So I was just nah, price was just going down. Because I checked that around 18 session open. It was just still going all the way down. And eventually, when someone spoke up at London session, I was like, no, we can't do that. So we started moving. They started moving where they closed price. This was about 10. Around the time I usually trade, that's when they finally closed the gap. It was a good trade experience, but I mean, I didn't focus on it too much. I might come next week again to see if I can actually trade this pair. So, I mean, it works best for me. But with the JP, or the pound dollar, close this gap, I saw price was still at had a high spread around here. Waited all the way until 6 o'clock. That's when I saw price was having this 0.2, 0.3 spread. I was like, nah, we can enter. I wait for my reversal, wait for price to enter this zone. The 1 minute. On the 1 minute, that's what we're gonna look at now. wait for price to on the 1 minute to see whether it can retrace into the zone. So from here, find our liquidity, see move down, move up. This part was when I wanted to enter, but I was like, nah, let me wait for price to enter the zone before I can go. I wait for price to enter the zone. Once it backed down the zone, didn't really, what I put it, I didn't really want I didn't really want like to do like my full analysis on that. I just wanted to enter the price and just get what I can get from the price. So like see what I can get. I'm not majorly doing for profit. I just want to test it out because it's actually my first time closing the weekly gap. I haven't tried it. I might do it more often now. I see that it's actually not a bad thing to do, especially if you're patient. So I'll say use your patience from regular day to day, is so you don't like easily close your trade when you think you're going down. So right here, if the price go down, I think I set my stop loss here, about here. So wait for price to go down. Took profit here, took profit. I took 3 profits, so I took 1 profit here. Another profit, so I did 2, 2, 2. Because I entered at 3, 3, 3. Yeah, I just took 1 profit here. Price went down to took out my stop loss. I know my stop loss was really, really short because I wanted to see what I can gain from it. So stop loss was really short. This was just like because I'd already erased it, so I just wanted to see if I'll be able to recreate something like that. If you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Well, my price stop loss was really like this, so we got stopped out around here. So around here we took profit again. We did once I saw price didn't go up again. I just had to set another profit level and just close out the whole position. You guys understand what I'm trying to say? Because this was more like a scalping rather than analyzing and leaving the markets run for itself. Same thing here. I went in again after I didn't even get profit here because it was like break even. You guys understand? Like I had to sell my price at break even once it didn't go because my take profit was one here, and one slightly above it around here. So I did it again. My entry here, set my first take profit here, set my second take profit here. Third take profit was a big greedy, was about here. Plus, so this is just like what I took and what I got home. So my risk 2% of the account wasn't too bad. Made decent fares. Would I do this again? Yes, but I'll do it less risk. I would say. Like if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do 0.5, like 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. I'm not gonna go in each time with 2. That being said about closing the weekly gap, let's get into the real and analyzing for the week. So first things first, just check the market. We see this was a long time ago. As you see it. We see here this January still moving from our liquidity sweep from January. So what do we think about that? Think that we're gonna go bullish? Yes, but we might have a few retracement during the week. So this week was bullish. I really love this week. This was one of my best weeks. And this was when things started taking a turn. So what do we see from here? Mark out the highs and lows of last week. We're bullish, but it's like more of a retracement block. On the daily as well. What do you see on the daily? You see the marked up highs and lows of the previous day. Trading day, which was Friday, so marked out Friday's highs and lows bearish. So the same thing, nothing really mattered. On the 4 hour, that's when things started taking a turn. I marked out any highs and lows I can find. And I have this is the weekly, this is the daily, and this is the daily one, and these ones are the extra ones I found. Mainly nothing from the 4 hour. I just use it to analyze 1 hour. Same thing with this. We just saw price. This was the close. I saw this. I used 1 hour to see what price did during the other sessions. So we see here, recent session we closed this. Remember the gap? Went bullish, right? We went bullish. Marked out mark that again, hit this session high, went bearish, come back and balance out this gap. Like I said, once you balance out the gap, I made this long session lows. Definitely moved up. New York session started, and we were going bearish. I knew we were going bearish. I just wanted to see if I can catch like a reversal before price would go on going down. No, it sounds risky, but I mean, I was already late to catch the bearish in my mind right now because I've seen a situation where I tried to catch the bearish trend and it just stopped me out because I had I had entered the position too long. I waited too long to enter the position, so I tried to catch the reversal. Like you know how price is going down, right? This I caught like let's say this hour's reversal back up. The next hour price just kept on going down. So that's basically what I did. So 1 hour were good there, semi highs and lows, like which one had the best highs and lows before the New York session. So I knew New York session was either gonna break either of those two. So that's how I usually trade. I know New York session is gonna break one of those two. So I usually target where price was, especially in the London session and what tend to do. So with that, I went on to the 15. On the 15, what do we see on 15? We saw that as I come again, make this order block. I marked out these order blocks, marked out the breaker block. It was very important for me, in my opinion, because I liked how it was significant that price was gonna go down. So, and this retracement also made it very nice for me to see that price was going to go down. I did mark out my shorts. I wasn't gonna take the short because I felt I was already late. I had a similar situation where I had went short while price had gone up or retracement went all the way back down, which was really devastating to see. So I could have waited an extra hour, but I was like a little bit busy today. I didn't like stay on the charts with my whole training plan. So that's one thing I noticed today. So what do we find? We saw that price and down. You see on the 5 minute more, it's like more significant. I marked out these zones right here. As you can see, as potential take profit zones that I wanted to see price go before gonna reverse. So just a quick retracement that happened. So marked out these ones on the 5 minute. 5 minute came on the 5 minute. What do we see on the 5 minute? 5 minute was my best friend today. Really gave me the direction I hoped and faith I had before. So we marked out this order block and this breaker block to see because we had this reversal over here. Not this one. We had this reversal to see price one and two. So I had marked out this. I also saw this fair value gap. I was looking for fair value gaps to fill. It didn't quite come to me, but eventually I saw that price wanted to retrace down. So I used my inbox here to see what price wanted to do. So once I saw price was gonna retrace back here, I just quickly said, okay, let me just quickly enter and catch a few profit before the day was over because as I said, I was a little bit tight today. So that's one thing. I don't think we broke the week's. Yeah, we didn't break the week's low. We just broke our previous week's low. We just broke daily low. So caught my bullish run right here. This fair value gap. I wanted to enter off the fair value gap. I did, really did. But I mean, can we do so? I actually entered off the fair value gap. I know, it sounds bad, but hear me out. On the 1 minute, this is what I saw on the 1 minute. I don't like entering fair value gaps if you guys don't get like the point I'm trying to make. This was what gave me the confidence to enter right here. I had seen this right here, the value gap right here. I just extended it, don't mind me. This fair value gap over here. So that price had given me this inverse, right? When I saw this inverse, I saw I had another inverse again. I knew that we were gonna definitely go up, so I knew that. Just wanted to enter the close of the next retracement. I see entered off the middle of this. Feels like entry of the 50% mark. Set my take profit to here. Then after that, entered. I started making suggestions about entering, or like how that like explain my profits basically. So I had come back in time to see this previous lows, which was good in my opinion. But I'm like, I already have previous order blocks and breaker blocks that could easily fill my first take profit, maybe my second take profit, maybe my third take profit. But I was like, nah, if my first take profit is here, you want your second take profit to be here, right? I want it to be much higher since we're targeting these order blocks, right? So as I said, I did make a mistake. Should have just done the order block, done beginning of this fair value gap, and find 50% mark between both of them for my second. Do you know why I should have done that? Because I didn't realize that today was the end of the month. Today was the 31st of March, the end of the month, where volatility won't be at its best, the highest peak, given that I already used that for London and Asian. So it's okay. And it's also Monday, so it's okay. We lose that. But just going forward now, I'm just going to take profit from our order block and see what I can actually find, really. I'm not going to go try my best, only if it's like last resort that we can go back and see what's what. If you got like what's in there before, has price been there before, is there a build up there? So that's good. Eventually we did eventually go back to the zone I actually picked out. Remember the zone I picked out that we had multiple lows. Price did go almost twice. Yeah, so price did go almost twice. And when it's take that, well, yeah, without further ado, that's gonna be the end of the video. Today's training, it was actually short. It was actually more aggressive earlier in the session. But you guys have a wonderful day. See you guys on the next one. Peace.